So I normally don't like to make videos like this because I like to keep this channel more of a positive vibes thing where pretty much anybody can come into the channel, watch any video, have a laugh, or just all around have a good time. Even those who take part in the videos themselves. But every now and then, there's times where I do have to, let's say, step out of that mentality and say, you know what? Yeah, I gotta prove some idiots wrong. So, last week I made a video titled Touhou World Cup is Stupid, where I explained in full detail why I thought it was stupid. And I got some positive feedback from that video, some negative feedback from that video, and some hateful feedback from that video. And honestly, I'm gonna go over the comments, both good criticism, bad criticism, support, and just straight up hate. Now, I'm gonna keep these names private because privacy reasons. I care about people's privacy. But someone asked me what... I actually went over this in my Antinomy of Common Flowers video a few days ago. Where someone asked me what my favorite Touhou game is. And again, I went over this in the Antinomy of Common... my most recent Antinomy of Common Flowers video where I played through the entire game. I do that at least once a year. But if you're talking PC98 era Touhou games, Mystic Square is my favorite game. If you're talking mainline Windows game, it's Mountain of Faith, of course. Duh. And if you're talking spin-off, obviously for the Windows era, it's Antinomy of Common Flowers. And if you're talking favorite Touhou game in general, I honestly couldn't tell you because, again, it depends on the era and if it's a mainline or a spin-off game. Like, it depends on it. Depends on what you ask and how you want me to, like, answer that. Like, again, do you want me to say PC98 game, mainline Windows game, or a spin-off game? Like, it depends. But yeah, the person did think that only, like, the mainline games were official games. No, the spin-offs like Antinomy of Common Flowers, Violet Detector, Shoot the Bullet, those are mainline games. Those are, well, no, they're not mainline games, they're obviously spin-off games, but they are official games. I feel like the person mistook the spin-offs for, like, fan games, stuff like that. To some extent, I wouldn't blame them, but they are official games. I'm not calling the person stupid, because again, they probably didn't know, which, you know, is perfectly fine, so I have nothing against that. But now they know. Now they know that the spin-offs like Shoot the Bullet, Antinomy of Common Flowers, stuff like that are official games. Now, this obviously I'm reading from the first comment all the way to recently. So, yeah. This person says, I'd say it's less that high score equals competitive, but more that shoot 'em ups have long competitive history for decades at this point. and a lot of Touhou's influences did come from a culture of arcade sweat lords competing for leaderboard positions. First of all, that is actually very true. Not only is it true, but it's also hilarious that this person just straight up called people like that sweat lords. Because you have no idea how often I see all these people like putting 24/7 effort into their stuff. Like, me personally, I hardly put any effort into anything unless I have... Now, people are gonna say, ooh, this is cringy, bro, but honestly, they can shove it up their ass. But I put effort into it if I have a reason to. Like, if someone's, like, cheating in the game, I will do everything in my power while playing fairly to humiliate that person. Like, I've shown it off in Xenoverse, I've shown it off in Master Duel, I've shown it off quite often. Well, not often, but every so often I'll do it. And when I do it, I make sure they fucking leave the lobby. Even if the lobby isn't even my own. Like, there was one time, like, I was playing Xenoverse with my buddy Tone and his wife. This one random guy just decided to join the lobby, right? It was my buddy Tone's lobby. He beat his wife, he beat Tone, and then Tone's like, no, we gotta get this other guy, you gotta get another buddy in this. But, yeah, the other buddy had to do something. So, and it was my turn, because other than those two, I was the only opponent the random could, like, fight, because, again, he beat the other two, so it was my turn, and the guy, and the other buddy was like, just don't beat him too hard, wait for me to come in. And keep in mind, this dude was absolutely spamming, he was an absolute fucking tryhard. He had no respect, and keep in mind that Tone's wife was new to Xenoverse, so yeah, and he absolutely did not care about that, as a lot of people online don't, because, well, they're playing online, so it's fair. Like, can't you at least fucking go easy on them? Like, seriously. So, I stepped up to the plate, and in Xenoverse, I obviously went my OG, like, build, not for Julia, but the original build, the build I've had for the longest time. Like, the build I used when I first met Tone. And when he saw me use that, he's like, oh shit, you go with the OG build. He knew, he recognized the build, because it was the exact build I met him with in an expert mission a couple years prior to that, so, prior to the event. So, like, the dude wanted to spam, be a tryhard, not go easy on someone who was new. I thought, you know what, okay, I'm not gonna hold back, because why should I hold back against someone like this, right? So, the fight took, like, less than 2 minutes. And I took little to no damage. Like, the only damage I've taken was from, like, 2 clashes and a few, like, a few of those, like, normal key blasts. That's the only damage I took. Just, like, two fucking clashes, a few normal key blasts. That's it. I took no damage after that. I want you to... Also, this dude had super armor as his limit burst. Now, normally, I don't... If you or I have super armor as a limit burst, I will choose not to fight you, because, you know, I actually like to play fair. But yeah, the dude decided to charge his ki right in front of me. So what do? I immediately fly up to him, break his stamina to make him limit burst. And again, it was super armor. And again, normally I don't fight with super armor, regardless if I use it or my opponent uses it. But this dude wanted to be an absolute sweat in the game. So I thought, you know what? Yeah, fuck that. I'm not showing you any mercy. So I chased after the dude. He was running away from me. I chased after him. I didn't even fly up to him. Like, I walked up to him on foot in the game. And I also need to tell you, I didn't use a single super attack, ultimate, and evasive. I didn't even go Super Saiyan during the whole thing. Like, I sustained in base form and used my normal attacks and beat him without taking very little damage. Again, only 2 clashes and a few ki blasts. And as soon as I beat his ass, I told him to get out of my lobby. And again, it wasn't even my lobby. It was my buddy Tone's lobby. So, trust me, I know the kind of people this person is talking about. So, yeah. Again, people who don't care are probably thinking, well, this has nothing to do with the topic. It does, because, again, I'm telling you an experience I've had with Sweat Lords. So, it's like, yeah, it does have something to do with the topic. I just needed to share a story with you about a Sweat Lord I encountered. And humiliated, by the way. Again, normally I don't do stuff like that in a game. But, if something like that happens, then I will. If they're like a cheater, spammer, or an absolute Sweat Lord, then I will not hold back, personally. They want to play like that? I'll play that game along with them. See how they like it. It normally ends in me getting sent a hate message. Yeah, it happens quite often. It happened quite often. So anyways, back to this comment. That's also why Zun adds a ton of difficult. I can't talk today. After that. That's also why Zun adds a ton of difficulty modes and constantly tinkers with complex scoring systems. He was a part of that competitive culture. And he designs all those systems to encourage more hardcore players to chase the highest score. Which, again, coming from someone who plays Tetris, yeah, I can understand that, but again, there are some games that are not meant to be competitive. Again, going back on my Tetris 99 point from the video, like, Tetris is not meant to be played with 99 players in all. Like, 2 players, sure, that's fine. Because again, even the Game Boy version of Tetris was able to be played with 2 players. But not fucking 99. But again, just because that brings me to the other point. Just because a game can be competitive doesn't mean it should be competitive. Now I read the last part of this comment. That said, sorry to hear you got harassed over an opinion. Trust me, I'm used to it at this point. I just like to make fun of people who do it. That's lame under any circumstances. Hope you're having a nice day. Well, I hope you had a nice day too. I hearted this comment, by the way. Because, again, this is not one of those negative comments or hateful comments. This is one of those actual positive comments. This person did make a great point. So, I obviously I hearted the comment because, again, it was a very good, valid point. perfectly respectable. And yeah, I hope this person had a great day too. I hope they have a great day today as well. So this person, so the next comment from this is a different comment from a different person. It's fine if you don't like Touhou World Cup, but I see nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the premise itself. Like, I just personally hate the competitive scene as in general because, again, like the previous comment said, and for my example, Xenoverse, like, people are absolute fucking sweats. Like, what happened to just, like, you can play a game competitively, sure, but have fun with it, you know? Have fun with it. Enjoy yourself, which is kind of the same thing, but also have respect for your opponents. And if you've seen a vast majority of the competitive scene, yeah, people don't respect their opponents. That's pretty much that's the biggest reason I don't like World Cup, because I absolutely fucking hate the competitive scene. I really do. I hate the competitive scene. That's exactly what it is. Mario 64 isn't supposed to be competitive, but speedrunning the game can be. Also, need to keep in mind that I did, in fact, like, I think it was it? No, it was a couple days after I uploaded this video, uploaded the Touhou World Cup video, I made a video about 16-star in Mario 64. And I did mention that I was a Mario 64 speedrunner years ago. Like, I still do 16-star, again, I still do 16-star here and there, but, you know, it is not too often. Like, fuck, I don't even run Freedom Planet much anymore. I don't even play Freedom Planet really anymore, unfortunately. There's a bunch of, like, I'm playing a bunch of stuff at once, and really, like, pushing other things aside. Like, I haven't even fucking played Sly 4 recently. But, anyways, getting off topic. Even a game like Super Smash Bros. Melee was supposed to be competitive. It's supposed to be a casual party game. Coming from someone who did have Melee at one point, years ago, yes. I still have those videos up, by the way. I did not delete those videos. But coming from someone who did play Melee, and mained Zelda. Well, I didn't really main Zelda. Like, I mained Sheik, mostly, but I also did play Puff and Marth, obviously. But I did play Melee, and I did, in fact, play competitive Smash for a short time. Until, you know, the community was turned to absolute shit. As if it wasn't shit before, but, you know. Again, back to the point. People were fucking trying way too hard in the game. So, yeah, I gave up. Not because I couldn't beat them, but because, like, what was the fun in putting in way too much effort? Like, I had better things to do with my time, so I just... yeah. Just play the way you like to play it. Fairly... good point! Respectable. That's respectable. Like, me personally, like, whenever I play fucking, like, Blaze Blue or whatever, like, yes, I could put in the... yes, I could, like, absolutely just clobber you. Like, again, I've shown it on the channel from time to time. Like, I can absolutely destroy an opponent if I really wanted to. In fact, I played fucking Street Fighter 6 last week as well for the first time. Like, I was quite literally like 3 hits away from losing a match against my mom's fiance. He had like almost full health. Again, I was 3 hits away. He was at almost full health. I depleted all of his health bar with how little health I had. And again, first time playing Street Fighter 6, by the way. I just absolutely crushed him. And what did I do? I ended up winning the match afterwards. So, I can absolutely destroy someone in a game if I wanted to. I just choose not to. I like, as someone who does this all the time, like, I put your entertainment over, like, my superiority complex, or whatever you want to call it. Because your entertainment is my main priority for this channel. So, yeah. You can compare gaming accomplishments all you want, or just not care about it. The choice is yours. Also a fairly good point. I feel the easy mode meme made some Toho fans a bit mean towards the ones that haven't done as many accomplishments. Yeah, it's because this is another reason why I hate the competitive scene, right? Imagine you play a game for the first time, or what, you're new to a game, and you have people going, oh, you need to play it like this, or they absolutely just fucking destroy the person who's new to the game, or like, well, if you don't play it this way, then you might as well stop playing it. Because that's just something I've also dealt with in the past as well. Like, it's happened to me. I've seen it happen to people. Like, which is another reason why which is another way to actually make me say, you know what? I'm going to absolutely fucking destroy this person in the game. And I do. Because if they want to act like that, I'm going to do the same shit to them. And if they don't like it, that's on them. Because it all comes down to, like, people don't like, it's the competitive people that are like, oh, if you don't play like this, and you're absolute shit, and you shouldn't be playing the game. Because you'll never be as good as me. Again, that's something I've seen too many times. It's also been told to me. And that is, people, like, it's absolutely disappointing that people will behave like that, Like, going back to when I talked about the competitive scene, they have no respect for their opponent. Again, the person could be absolutely fucking new and just get destroyed, and these people discourage these new people from playing the game ever again. Because they want to act all high and mighty, which, honestly, if you do that, you're just a fucking piece of shit. Again, there's nothing wrong with playing on easy. In fact, another way to support people who play on easy, speedrunning, right? Because if you play on easy mode, like, enemies, bosses, they're easy to, like, kill or whatever on the easier difficulties. Because they're easier, they're faster. So, playing on easy is the ideal difficulty for, like, speedrunning the game. So, people who do this kind of thing, like, you're a piece of shit. Like, I do it to my brother. Sure, I do it to my brother. But I do it jokingly, just to mess with him. Like, he messes with me all the time, I mess with him. It's obviously a sibling thing. We mess with each other all the time, so it's like, yeah, I only do that just to mess with him. He does it to me too, so it is what it is. Being competitive in scoring games are much more rare, but some people like it. And again, if you like it, cool. Again, I play Tetris. So, I can't really hate on that, really. It's just the people who do it competitively, I can't stand. Like, whenever I play Tetris to try to go for, like, a higher score or something like that, I do it to see how much I improved over time. So it's like, which, honestly, improvement should be someone's main priority, not being the best. Which, again, is how a vast majority of the competitive scene for any game really goes for. It's often a sign that the game is bad for speedrunning and has a more interesting, thought-out scoring system. Yeah, the Touhou games are really short, like, depending on, the game and if it's a mainline game or whatever. Like, again, Mountain of Faith takes like 20 minutes or so on normal when using Marissa B. Cheese. It's a short game. And that's just for the 6 main stages. It's not counting the extra stage. It takes like 21 minutes on normal. So, like, that's really all there is to it. So, I don't understand why people speedrun Touhou again. Like, there's not really much you can really, like, do for those games. Like, you can cheese them, yeah, but that's really about it. I don't do scoring runs in Touhou, but I did do it a lot in Star Fox 64 long ago. I honestly wasn't even aware Star Fox 64 had a scoring system. Again, I don't like Star Fox, so what do I know? I don't care for Star Fox, really. Like, Star Fox is just fucking boring, honestly. To me, at least. If you like Star Fox, you do you. I personally didn't enjoy it. I didn't think it was fun. Even the expert mode in Star Fox was way too easy, so I had to see how far I could push my score. Again, honestly, couldn't tell you. Don't care for Star Fox personally, so... But if you do... You. Can't judge you for that, personally. I never compared myself much to others, I just didn't want to. Plus, I wasn't scoring well enough to be considered a top scorer. Very respectable. Like, again, I can absolutely fucking destroy someone in the game if I really wanted to. I just choose not to because I don't want to be that kind of person. I choose, like, I could be that kind of person, I just choose not to because... Again, I don't want to be the kind of person to discourage someone new or whatever, returning or whatever, to not want to touch the game. I don't like being that kind of person, so I really don't. At the same time, you are right. Just like Star Fox 64 and the Touhou core games, you go through stages, fight bosses, and the score is only a means to score extra lives so you can survive. Exactly! Again, games like fucking Galaga, Dig Dug, same shit applies. You really only rack up score just to get an extra life to, like, prolong your playtime. So you don't have to, like, restart. Most people just beat Star Fox 64 or Touhou on normal mode or less, and then they are done with the game. Again, I play on Touhou mode. I play on normal. And me personally, I am trying to improve myself to try to get to unlock the extra stage. Like, I want to beat normal mode without it continue to unlock the extra stage. And in order to do that, like, I have to, like, play it a few times over to improve. Like, again, that's why I play stuff like this, Tetris, to get better, right? Same thing with fighting games. Like, you play a character for a while to improve and learn that character. So, yeah, coming from someone who, again, coming from someone who plays fighting games, card games, games like fucking Overwatch, Paladins, stuff like that, puzzle games even, games like that, all that kind of stuff. You should play just to improve, like, because everybody starts out bad at a game, right? So, improvement is really, trying to improve is the best way to really enjoy a game. Not you like go for a win or whatever. Like, yeah, winning's great, but again, when it comes to competitive scene, someone will always be better than you, regardless of skill level. Like, you could be one of the top players in the game, but someone will always be one step ahead of you. And that's why you need to improve. That's why you should play games just to improve. And why I hate the competitive scene. People who play competitively don't see it that way. Which honestly is really sad. Do you consider speedrunning competitive? That's honestly a very good question, because yes, in some cases, but at the same time, no. Like, there are speedrun races for a reason. Like, that can be competitive, but again, like, I was speedrunning Freedom Planet because I wanted to get better. I wanted to learn the levels much better and all that, and also wanted to improve. And obviously, over time, I did improve. Like, my best time is like hours 7 minutes, something like that. Almost an hour and 8 minutes. So yes, but also no. Like, I would like to take part in a Freedom Planet race sometime, but if I don't, that's cool too. But if I think speedrunning is competitive, yes and no. It depends on the circumstance, really. Ugh. Yeah, and this person just kind of goes on about, you know, learning tricks, all that stuff to save time for, like, speedrun and stuff like that, which, and saying that people basically are at basically the pinnacle of what the game you can accomplish in the game, which, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna skip the rest of that because that's really all it is. Just that paragraph. It's just the person talking about, like, tricks, speedrun, and stuff like that. It is interesting to think about what should and shouldn't be competitive, but at the end of the day, it has lots of factors such as what you have accomplished in the game and how much you want to play it past its original scope. Again, perfectly valid. 100% respectable. It is true. I like scoring games and time trials because it's basically the only way you can compete against yourself. Again, how I basically, like, learned the tricks and stuff, like faster routes, better movement in Freedom Planet was through time attack, which is basically just one level. Which basically you choose a character, right? You choose a level, and then you do that one level, and it just sends you back to the level select. So that's how I've really learned the movement I know as well as the levels through the time attack mode. So yeah. Mario 1 scoring is just not intended to be pushed hard. There are too many cheap tricks to make your score go up too much too. 100% agree. I like to avoid using cheese whenever possible, but which is weird. Which people are probably going to call me a hypocrite because I do the Marissa B cheese in Mountain of Faith, but in the Kanako boss fight, can you blame me for that? Like that last fucking attack. That last attack, man, holy shit. That attack still fucking... Ooh. But yeah, normally I like to avoid cheap strat stuff like that in the game, especially in fighting games like infinite combos, like key again, Xenoverse 2. I like to avoid key canceling, block mashing, super armor, infinite combos, because again, those are absolutely fucking cheap. So I like to avoid those, doing that as much as possible. So this person also makes a good point. I would argue that Zune does put good effort most of the time into his scoring system, and that these people are a little strange, but not that weird. The dude puts a lot of effort into the games in general, so, you know, despite what the Steam reviews for Violet Detector say, and yes, I have read a good amount of the Steam reviews for Violet Detector, and a good amount of them are negative, saying that the game was rushed. And I'm pretty sure that's because a game like Violet Detector isn't what they're used to. They're used to like the mainline shoot 'em up games. Like, again, Mountain of Faith, for example. They're used to games like that, not games like Violet Detector. Which I'm pretty sure is the reason why, you know, people reviewed Violet Detector negatively. But Zune did, in fact, put a lot of effort into the games. It just wasn't what people were used to, so they fucking review bombed it. And again, I wouldn't know, because I haven't touched Violet Detector, so I couldn't tell you about that. By the way, this whole post is basically because I saw a recent Star Fox 6. Yeah, half of this paragraph here is basically just them talking about a Star Fox 64 world record score run. They're saying that deserves some respect. Yeah, it deserves respect because, again, the person had to, like, improve how they play the game in order to get what they did. I can respect that. But, again, it just depends on the person doing it, right? Because, again, the person could not fucking care about their opponent or whatever in the competitive scene, which is why I hate competitive scenes just fucking in general, personally. But yeah, this reply, again, also very respectable. And then we just have one person saying cool, and one person replies to that person just saying cool. Don't know what that's about. Okay. And now we get into the hateful comments, right? So a person put a 9/11 timestamp at the start of the comment, right? Almost 10 minutes into the video, and I've really tried to hear what, if any, argument you have, and it's just, this shouldn't be competitive because it's just not, / I don't like it. Again, first off, if you had actually paid attention to the video other than hearing what you wanted to hear, I went in full depth on why certain games shouldn't be competitive to begin with. Like, there are games that are made not to be competitive. Touhou is one of them. And again, if you had used your fucking brain, you would have, like, fucking thought that apparently, no, you didn't. Right? Again, I don't like calling people stupid, especially in videos like this. But if you're going to say something stupid, I'm going to call you out and call you a fucking idiot, like you are. Maybe there's more substance later on. Again, if you had actually watched the video all the way through, you would know. You're already repeating yourself a lot, so I don't know. I repeat myself to help get my point across. You absolute fucking idiot. Also, on why isn't Super Mario Bros. Scoring competitive? Because Super Mario Bros. Scoring system isn't well designed. This person says well designed instead of well designed. Also, well designed has a hyphen in it, and there's a hyphen between well and designed. You put a space. Yeah, you can tell this person is a fucking idiot. Like, did you not pass English class or something? And this person also points out that these are, in my deck boxes, they're Pokemon cards, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, again, yes, I have 2 Pokemon-themed deck boxes. But if they actually watched some of my previous videos, they will in fact find that Yu-Gi-Oh cards in my Evolution deck box, right? This, like, because of these things, this deck is sleeved, like, it's harder to put them in the deck box. I think I showed off the Professor Juniper deck box in the video, actually, if I remember correctly. But yeah, also, if you open the Professor Juniper deck box, it's my Trap Tricks deck. Again, if this person had actually watched some of my previous videos, I show off my Yu-Gi-Oh cards quite often because I'm honestly proud and happy with these cards. So yeah, that shows that they absolutely don't fucking watch my shit. They just wanted to post a hate comment on my video because they didn't like what I was saying. And these are the Touhou fans I like to make fun of, by the way. These are the kinds of people I like to make fun of. Because obviously they're fucking stupid. They don't like to do the research. They'll like watch 1 or 2 videos, just hate watch or whatever. That's it. Now, if someone's new, I can understand that, but if they don't watch my previous videos and just decide to hate, that's an entirely different story. But yeah, Juniper deck box, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Evolution deck box, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And people are probably gonna think, well, I probably moved Pokemon cards from the deck boxes and put Yu-Gi-Oh cards in them. Nope. They've always been in these deck boxes. Ever since I got these deck boxes, they've always been in the deck boxes. Never swapped anything out since I put them in. But again, it just shows that this person's a fucking idiot. And these are the people I like to make fun of. Alright, now this is a highly respectable comment right here. This is a very valid point. I think that you might be missing the point of Touhou World Cup a little bit. In my opinion, it's more performative than competitive. The scoring rubrics might not make sense, but it doesn't stop the players from putting on a good show. Again, as I mentioned a little while ago in the video, like, I could absolutely just obliterate someone in the game if I really wanted to, but personally, I don't like to do that because I like to put my viewers' entertainment before any of that, so it's more for, like, that's why I like to play these things for fun, you know, like, for entertainment, so people can be entertained, have a laugh, all that kind of stuff. That's why I do it, which already a very valid point. So I understand that, because, again, I do the same shit. But again, there's also the people that don't care about the entertainment, just want to go for a fucking win. Which I absolutely can't fucking stand. Well, there is a competitive element. It's mostly in the qualifier matches. During the main event, the players can do essentially whatever they want. There's also no reward for winning other than recognition, but you get that from qualifying into the event anyways. The whole event is basically just a showcase of what the top level of each category looks like. In which I actually replied to this person. Again, just because I see a comment and I don't reply to it doesn't mean I'm ignoring it or whatever. Like, sometimes I just feel like just not replying. Sometimes I don't have a reply, so I just don't. Like, I'll leave a like or I'll heart it, but I won't actually type anything. But I actually responded to this person. My reply was, "This is a very valid, respectable point. I play other things competitively and play Mountain of Faith on the side, so I'm willing to accept this as a valid criticism." Again, I play all kinds of shit. I play fucking Overwatch, Paladins, Master Duel, Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, fighting games, Tetris. I play all kinds of shit. I don't just play, like, one kind of game or whatever. I play all kinds of stuff. And I also do other things with my life, though, too. So, yeah. What I show up on this channel is just a small portion of what I do and what I'm into, so yeah, again, thank you. Oh, going back to the rest of my reply, I add at the end, thank you very much for your thoughts. Again, respectable comment, respectable person, valid points. I thank them for their thoughts. I was respectable. And I absolutely fucking do respect this person. And then this comment was from, and then the risk comment from an hour ago. This person has an Akana Sukuya for one of those, like, fan-made Touhou therapy themed games, asking me if my favorite Touhou heroine is called Meth. In which I reply, no, it's Sane. That's it. I just reply, no, it's Sane. Like, I have no idea why this person, like, asked if it was Meth. Is it because my appearance, my hair, the way I talk or whatever. Could be either of those things, but again, I don't smoke or anything. Like, I'll drink from time to time. Not often, but I will from time to time. And I hit a dab once. And almost immediately threw up afterwards, so I'm never doing that again. It was a one-time thing. I hit a dab. Never again. I'm not talking a dab pen. Like, a full-on dab. Never again. It was that bad. Like, I actually threw up shortly afterwards. Like, never again. But other than that one time, yeah, like, no, I don't smoke. I refuse to. Again, I'll drink from time to time, not often, but I will sometimes. And then there's another story I gotta, like, talk about. Because, like, Sunday night, right? I had, like, it was Monday, actually. Monday, I was absolutely fucking tired, so, like, I was up a while, like, working on a video. In fact, it was a VR chat video, right? I was working on a VR chat. I was working on the recent VR chat video. Watch it if you haven't. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. Just watch all my other VR chat videos. They're hilarious. But, yeah, I was awake all night. Sunday night, right? I was awake all Sunday night. And then 7:30 in the morning, I started working on that VR chat video. And by the time it was up, by the time I was done, it was like 4:30 in the afternoon. And that was just editing the video. That doesn't count uploading. So, and it took me like, it took like an hour or two, around that range, just for the video to upload. And I also went to Walmart while that was going on. So, and when we got back home, like, I was absolutely fucking tired. Like, I was tired. Again, ran on no sleep the night before, and I was working on a video pretty much all day. So, yeah, when we got home, a little while after we got home, like, I passed out. And when I woke up, I went to add the VR chat video to my VR chat playlist. And I saw a notification on YouTube Studio for a comment on the Total World Cup video. That was absolutely... I read a little bit of the... Because whenever you see the notification, you get to see a little bit of the comment. And when I tapped on the comment was not there. And I spent like 10-15 minutes going through the filters, looking thoroughly for the comment in my video. Comment was nowhere to be seen, so I came to an assumption of two things. First thing, the person who left the comment probably saw, just changed their mind and thought, you know what, this is probably really hateful. I'm just going to delete the comment and just ignore it. Which I don't think was the case. Because again, what I read from the comment was absolutely hateful. What I did read from the comment was absolutely hateful. Again, that little bit of the comment that I got to see in the notification. Again, I didn't get notified because, again, at the time when I saw that, I had just woken up from a little nap. So I was still like really fucking tired, but also at the same time waking up from something. So, yeah. But I knew it was something really hateful. So I doubt it was the first case. And the second thing it could have been was YouTube saw that comment and immediately flagged it and deleted it. Which is the most likely case because, again, I had passed out and I didn't get a notification for that comment until I saw it in my notifications. Like the notifications thing for YouTube Studio. That's the only time I saw it. And I couldn't find it after tapping the comment notification. So I got to thinking that it was probably something so hateful that YouTube themselves flagged it and deleted it. I didn't get to read the comment full on. So I didn't delete it myself. But honestly, yeah, I get stuff like that. I got stuff like that quite often. But it just absolutely shows that if someone says something they don't like, they will hate on you for it. Again, proved by one guy who, you know, was a fucking idiot. You know, the one who said, I repeated myself and, ooh, I didn't make any valid points, or that, you know, my Yu-Gi-Oh cards were actually Pokemon cards because they're in Pokemon-themed deck boxes. Okay, so the story for these deck boxes, right? My sister, well, I should say brother, bought a Professor Juniper type themed thing from a card shop. This came with it. Kept the deck box. Was planning on getting rid of it, but decided to give it to me because I needed a deck box for my Traptrix deck. So I thought, I was given the deck box, and my Traptrix deck has been in it ever since. And this Evolution deck box, I got at GameStop, actually. Like, I went to GameStop, wanted to see if I could really get anything there, because I only had like I had $5 and some change on me. And I saw this Evolution deck box. Thought, you know what, it's got some personality, unlike this deck box, which literally just fucking lime green. Very, like, boring deck box. Fuck. I saw the Evolution deck box was $5. I'm like, you know what, yeah. Because other than this Evolution deck box, which there was only the one, there's just like one of those lime green deck boxes. There's like just solid colored ones. I didn't want those because I wanted a deck box with personality. So I saw this deck box and I spent my money on it. And ever since I got it, my Twin Shadow deck has been in it. As well as this fake fan-made Amori Pokemon card that was also purchased. Not at GameStop, but it was purchased online. Really neat. I have that in there too. I also have it sleeved because, yeah, why not? But yeah, ever since I got the deck box and this deck sleeved, it's been in this one deck box. I haven't moved it. Haven't swapped deck boxes or anything. So, yeah. That's the story of the deck boxes. And quite honestly, I'm happy with the deck boxes and everything I've got because, again, I don't like to make videos like this because at the end of the day, this channel is basically just let people know what I'm into, showcase my interest, have fun, stuff like that. Positive vibes, but again, there are times where I have to, like, disregard those positive vibes and be down to earth with people. So, yeah, that's really all this video really is about. Like, I don't like to be negative on this channel too often, but sometimes I just have to. Which is actually why I made that Touhou World Cup video, because I enjoy Touhou, right? I actually do enjoy it. But at the same time, like, you can't really, like... Wait a minute. What the fuck? No. I forgot. I have more Yu-Gi-Oh cards than this. I forgot about that. Oh, this is my miscellaneous card deck. One I just threw together with just random shit. But shit, okay. This thing's in bad condition though. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I actually like Touhou, which is why I made the video. Like, I like Touhou, so I wanted to talk about what I thought about a competitive Touhou scene, because, again, coming from someone who does play competitive games quite often, as well as play Touhou, like, I wanted to give what I thought about it. Because, you know, those are things I enjoy doing. Like, again, as shown on the channel, if people just choose to like watch one or two of my videos and just ignore everything else, just to like send hate or whatever, which honestly is what drives me to make videos like this from time to time, because I feel like I have to. And again, you're free to disagree or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, I just want to get my thoughts out, because again, these are things I enjoy, so of course I'm gonna like share my thoughts. But yeah, anyway, that's really all from me. I'm gonna play some Mountain of Faith. Obviously record it and upload it later. And yeah, just take care.